Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's your 100th time here, welcome as well. My name is Todd. This is a reaction stream. All of these videos that you've seen have been requested by viewers like you, members of ToddReacts.com. And if you too would like to guide the stream, basically, you certainly can. ToddReacts.com. As I said, the season tier gets you 2 video requests per month, and the series tier gets you 3 video requests per month. So go ahead and check those out. And while you're there, the summer collection's available for a limited time only, basically the summer, right? Makes sense? At least in my neck of the woods, of course. If you're in another hemisphere, you might not have summer right now, and you just have to buy off-season, unfortunately. But 15% off for all members of the website. Ships worldwide. Lots of wonderful colors to choose from. Very inclusive sizing, all that good stuff. I'll just randomly pick the Script Ultra Soft Tee. And when I say ultra soft, I mean it. I mean it. It is soft. Very soft. As you can see, it comes in a variety of different colors. Soft pink, maroon, lilac, a nice deep pink, mint, teal, team purple, of course. All these lovely, lovely different colors here to fit your summer style. And of course, down here, you have all the different sizes to choose from via the color. And there's a nice little size guide in inches and centimeters that should help you decide on which one you should get. And you have different photos here, and you can zoom in if you come over the photo like that. Look at that. Isn't that great? And then you can check out the back. All the angles. See, this is when it's puffed out like it's on a mannequin. Kind of give you a lay of the land, how it'll sit on you, etc. So it's all that wonderful stuff. And of course, I sometimes forget to mention it, but quality is guaranteed. If there's any sort of print error or visible quality issue, it'll be replaced or refunded. And there is a customer service email at the bottom of the website for you to reach out to, and they will take care of you. I can assure you that. These 6 items of the accessories are all brand new to the store. You can check those out. I have one of them right here. It is the double wall tumbler. Nice for the summer. You don't get that condensation on the outside. Makes it slippery and kind of weird to hold. So you get that nice dry grip, I guess you could call it. It does come with the straw as well, and it has that little thing at the bottom so the straw doesn't come out. So it is meant to be taken on the go. It is lovely. I have my ice water there to quench my thirst because I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. If this is your first time here, I do a lot of talking. So we have lots of other great items here, of course. We got the rocks glass. This is a refresher. It's not an energy drink. I know. Shocking. Shocking, I know. We do have the pint glass, and this has a nice, deep, dark apple juice. Wink. It has a nice little carbonated apple juice in there because it is Friday, of course. Lots of other great items there as well for you to look at. Go ahead and check those out. And, of course, if you're already there at YouTube, Todd Reacts YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Over 14,100 of you have already hit that button. I appreciate you greatly. If you haven't and you're doing it now, I appreciate you as soon as you hit the button. Go ahead and check it out. If you're watching via Twitch and you're watching live, you're in the chat, there's over 1,100 videos on that YouTube channel, so there is a lot of content to absorb and enjoy and all that good stuff. So if you're seeing something here that, you're wishing that you could see more, there might be more on the YouTube channel. So go ahead and check it out today. And just a quick shout out here. Got a generous donation via ToddReacts.com. It's for another year of YouTube Premium and a little extra for whatever else is needed. They say, thanks for being a great source of entertainment and for establishing a great place for all of us to mingle. Lovely. Shout out to the very generous, gracious, lovely donator. I appreciate it greatly. ToddReacts.com. You just scroll to the bottom of the page, the homepage, and there's a nice little donation section there. And actually, I can pull it up right there. There it is, right towards the bottom. And you can leave a little message in there. I'll read it during stream, of course. And I receive 100% of those donations. It doesn't go to anybody else. Obviously, there's some payment fee, processing fee, something like that. it is what it is. I mean, pretty much everybody has that. But yeah, 100% of it goes to me and the channel and all that good stuff. Or in this case, directly to YouTube Premium, which helps us with the streams. It makes sure we don't have any ads while we're doing these lovely streams. So shout out to that very generous donator. I appreciate it greatly. Good that Luke is here. Luke requested a video that he edited. A bunch of TikToks. It was a compilation or whatever. That got me so interested in the show, I actually watched the entire first season. There was only 10 episodes, and I was like, you know what? I could do it. I'm interested enough to check it out, and I did. I definitely did. And I will say I really liked it. I really, really did. There were some cringe dialogue moments throughout. Not all the time, but randomly it would just hit a cringe note and you're just like, ugh. Like that dialogue moment was not great. But most of it was very entertaining. I thought the mystery behind it a little slow burn there, and it kind of rushed it at the end to kind of, I don't know if they're trying to keep you hooked for the second season, or maybe they just realized, oh, hey, we need to advance this story a little bit faster. But it did seem a little rushed at the end. But overall, I thought it was a very good experience. And apparently the audience did as well, with 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even critics, the 9 critics here, 78%. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. Here's a little bio about it. A group of outsiders forms an unlikely friendship over a mutual love of street racing while navigating the hierarchy and rules of high school. So it definitely has that coming of age, slice of life feel to it. But it does revolve around street racing, and it kind of got a little bit of vibe of the early years, the early iterations of Fast and Furious. Obviously, everyone in Fast and Furious is a little bit older than high school, but it still had that, cars and engine sounds and what you would want if you're looking for some sort of racing show. And it does have track racing as well. So if you're into that, it has that as well. One of 3 shows that Prime's set to renew. Nice. Season 2 scripts have been written. They just want to do all 3 renewals together. Interesting. Huh. Also, the mother of the twins was in Tokyo Drift. Yes. I recognized her. I was like, wait a minute. Because Tokyo Drift is honestly my favorite Fast and Furious, other than the first one. I thought the first one was really well done. The later ones have been very... let's just say they've lost their way. Like, it's less about street racing and more about, I don't know, international crime syndicate. It's very odd, but I really enjoyed Tokyo Drift. And I know I just said international crime syndicate, but you know what? The Tokyo setting is just so perfect. It's beautiful. The actors are all great in that. I really enjoyed it. And it's just kind of funny listening to a southern accent in Tokyo. It just is. I always thought that was just entertaining as heck to see that. It was very odd combination, but it worked. It definitely worked. But yeah, I would say if you're into, it's kind of an odd one. So if you're into, oh boy, if you're into Fast and Furious, but you're also into like coming of age tales, like high school stuff, you might enjoy it. If you're big into racing shows and stuff like that, you might not if you're not into high school, like relationship, drama, all that stuff. Like, there's quite a bit of it. There is quite a bit of it. And I will say I really enjoy Marcel as the character here. Really like Marcel. He's very funny. Obviously meant to be the comic relief, and just kind of, honestly, I would say Marcel is very much like the audience put into the show, where it's just kind of questioning things and whatnot. If you like Outer Banks, yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting. I thought it was great to see Ryan in here. I really like him as an actor. But interested to see where season 2 goes. I wish the writing was a little tighter sometimes. I'm just like, a couple of moments, probably less than 10, which is not bad. Less than 10 moments where I was just like, ugh. That dialogue, it sounded cheesy. It was cheesy. So I'm hoping season 2 writing gets slightly better. But I'm excited to see where the mystery of it goes. Last but certainly not least, the Discord's available right now. It's totally free. It's a nice little community of us in there. Over 248, I think, at this point. Totally free. As you see at the top, it tells you when I'm live, which is super handy. And I give any sort of channel updates through this, and it's my way of communicating with you directly. Lots of fandoms there. Friends have been made. Conversations have been had. All that good stuff. It's like the YouTube comments if you actually want to have a conversation with people about what you're into. So you can include photos and links and posts and videos and all that good stuff. It's really multimedia driven, and lots of community fun posts as well. Pet pictures is always a cute one and adorable and whatnot. So go ahead and check out the Discord. It's available for you to basically make it what you want it, you know? I think the cringe writing was mainly the couples. Yes, it was. 100%. I say the couples, I mean Zach and Alicia, but season 2 can fix it. Zach and Alicia was very cringe. Yes, on quite a few occasions. There were some moments between Caitlin and Curtis that I was just like, ugh. But mostly, yeah, it was probably mostly Zach and Alicia. I did like the ending. I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but some of the events that happened in the last episode, 10th episode, I really enjoyed. Kind of gave me some... no, I'm not even going to say it because that gives it away, but gave me some vibes of a very popular video game. We'll say that. All right, let's go ahead and start. As you might see behind me, there is still some moving boxes. And actually, there's a lot of, like, stacks of boxes. I don't even know where to... There you go. There's some stacks of boxes over there. We're moving. 19 days from now. It's mainly the Brooke, Curtis, Caitlin, and Kiara somehow. Yeah. Yeah. Square that made me scratch my head. Yeah. It seemed like they were forcing it immediately. Like, it very quickly went into... Quick, everybody's got to get a relationship immediately, and if they don't, they need to be going after one. Like it was very odd. It almost felt like pressured in a way. I'm like, we don't need all this at the beginning. Like you can just let the characters be. They're kind of like mingling and whatnot. We don't need immediate relationships for every single person. Like I get it. Obviously, Marcel's the only one that really didn't push the envelope on that. So I was like, I guess I relate to Marcel a little bit more. Like he's not just like, gotta find it. It's just very interesting way to do that. I guess they're trying to up the drama factor, which it is what it is. All right, our first one. Oh, the lineup. I didn't even go over the lineup. We're going to start with John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. You might know John from The Office, the U.S. version of it, and Emily Blunt from countless other things. Then we're going to go to the Sandman compilation, TikTok compilation. Then we're going to do a Given anime compilation. That should be good as well. And then we follow that up with The Walking Dead Grimes Family 2.0, a.k.a. Richonne. I'm sure you figured that out. And JoongDunk, it's going to be a jealousy compilation. Should be very interesting. There it is. There's the order. Let's do it. Wonder if hating the idea of Caitlin and Harris drove you to watch just to see if you could see them. Oh. That's a good question. I like Ryan, the Logan's actor. I like him a lot. I like street racing. I mean, back when Fast and Furious came out, I was all about him. That interest kind of died after Fast 5. As soon as The Rock, Dwayne Johnson got involved, I was like, okay, I'm out. Count me out. We're doing bank robberies at this point. Come on now. I'm done. But I don't mind. I really don't mind. And I kind of find it fascinating, the high school coming of age, relationship drama stuff. So I complain about it a little bit because of the dialogue, but I kind of like that stuff. It's very interesting. It's drama that I don't have to be in, which is lovely. I don't mind watching drama as long as I'm not in it. So there was enough of that where I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, I guess. The idea of Caitlin and Harris is absurd. Truly absurd. That is absolutely nuts. I don't see them at all together. I remember that article. Yeah, it was insane. I would never pair those two, ever. Also, one thing that was funny is the cringy moments were mocked by other characters, so they did acknowledge it. That's true. Marcel, yeah. Yeah, Marcel was very much the audience kind of put into this thing, or maybe the writer put into this thing as they're writing it. Because maybe, I don't know who particularly wrote it. I'm assuming it wasn't a teenager in high school. So it's an older person writing about teenage love, and Marcel is probably their way of talking about it. Like, ugh, that was weird. Just to kind of rip on it a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump into John and Emily, real life couple, forever and for always. It's been a while since I've done a real life couple compilation. So this will be very interesting. Let's go.
In your arms, I can still feel the way you want me when you
Well, outside of BLs, the actual
the
couples.
words you whispered when you told me. I can stay right here forever in your arms. And there ain't no way.
I am going to share this completely with my husband, John Krasinski.
I'm not going to lie, it's so cringy and weird that they're hugging at an airport and there's just a mass of people recording them as they're hugging each other in that very tender moment. I'm sure you've had that. I've had those, saying goodbye to family and whatnot before I hop on a plane or before they hop on a plane. The idea of having cameras recording me doing that is insane.
I got to make a movie about a love story and a love letter to my kids, and I got to do it with the love of my life by my side, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't get much better than that.
Keeping you forever and for always. We will be together all of our days. Wanna wake up every morning to your sweet face. Always.
I was in a restaurant. He was in the restaurant. I was sitting with a mutual friend. This is our romantic comedy. This is it. This is it. My friend Ray goes, oh my God, there's my friend John. And that was it.
In your heart, I can still hear
It's
it
that easy.
for every time you
That easy.
kiss me.
Don't even go looking for it, and it can find you.
We're apart, I know how much you miss me. I can feel your love for me in your heart. And there ain't no way I'm letting you go now. And there ain't no way. And there ain't no how I'll ever see that day. 'Cause I'm keeping you forever and for always. We will be together all of our days. Wanna wake up every morning to your sweet face. Always.
You know what's funny? There's probably some people watching that and going, Jim and Pam always. I know I kind of had that. It just is what it is. Jim and Pam were such a wonderful TV rendition of a couple from friends to lovers that it's hard to get past it. It is. It's hard to get past it. But seemingly a very nice couple. Obviously, extremely attractive couple. They just were blessed by the gods, I guess you could say. But, oh no, I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to ruin it. No. Oh, I had to ruin it. It is what it is. Can't sacrifice it for the memes. Link down below for the original video. Go ahead and check it out. And also check out their channel. They might have other compilations you might enjoy. Throw the link there for those of you in chat. There you go. All right, let's pull up some information on Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. All righty. Emily Olivia Laura Blunt, recipient of several accolades, including Golden Globe, 2 Screen Actor Guild Awards, in addition to nominations for Academy Award and 4 British Film Awards. Ranked her as one of the highest paid actresses in the world in 2020. I'm assuming that's because of, oh gosh, what was it? It was that movie. Dang it. What is it? John wrote it. It was the silent one. Dang it. Why am I not coming up with that? Quiet Place. That's it. A Quiet Place. Oh, that was 2018. Dang. Did one of them? Oh, part 2 came out in 2021. Gotcha. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Edge of Tomorrow was a great film with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Definitely recommend it. I actually watched it on a plane. Watched it on a plane. It was very good. That was like the 3rd time I'd seen it. Devil Wears Prada, of course. Let's see. Adjustment Bureau was pretty good. That had Matt Damon in it. Very good. Mary Poppins Returns. She was the Mary Poppins in that one. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. She played Catherine Oppenheimer. Blunt has been working with the American Institute for Stuttering since 2006 to help children overcome stuttering through educational resources and raise awareness of the realities of the condition. Nice. She's on the board of directors of the Institute, hosts a gala for it to raise funds for speech therapy scholarships for children and adults. Oh my gosh. Stanley Tucci is her brother-in-law? Wow. What a small world. That's interesting. He's got 2 kids with John, I believe. And of course, John. Appreciate the coffee. Appreciate the get yourself a coffee. Hey, I got a refresher. That's not too bad. John is known mostly for his role as Jim Halpert in NBC's The Office, of course, where he was also a producer and occasional director. He directed, co-wrote, and co-starred in the film A Quiet Place, which I thought was fascinating, for which Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world. Since written and directed the sequel, Quiet Place Part 2, I thought it was pretty good, actually. It was not bad. It's kind of interesting to have a horror film be kind of a silent film in a way. Like, you have to be quiet, otherwise the monsters find you, basically. So that kind of adds to the suspense and the terror and all that stuff. And I saw the most recent one that John did not have a part in. Maybe he was a producer in, with Lupita Nyong'o. And what was crazy is in the theater, it had the projector unit up in the ceiling. So literally this quiet movie, it's literally called A Quiet Place. You're supposed to be quiet. They're supposed to be quiet, so you get quiet watching it because you're feeling the tension and the horror and all that stuff. And then you just have this thing above you on the ceiling that's going, no joke. That thing was loud. It was like having an air conditioning unit just running the entire time. It was crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Educated in theater arts at Brown University. That's a good university. It's an Ivy League. Let's see. What else has he been in? 13 Hours. I saw that. Definitely saw that. I thought it was pretty good. Oh, he was in If, that Ryan Reynolds movie. Okay. Oh, this is what I know him from a little bit more recently. Jack Ryan series from Amazon Prime. It is a fantastic interpretation. I love it. First season is phenomenal. Second season, it's okay. I haven't seen the most recent season, but I'll check it out eventually. But the first season is flawless. I love it. Very action-packed. If you're into that kind of thing, definitely check it out. Monsters University, 2013. Honestly, Luke, I don't know. I don't understand what that was. I really don't. Ignore that band. Honestly, I looked at it and I'm like, is that accurate? Is that like a thing? Let me look that up real quick. Because honestly, I don't know if that's an actual thing. Because I looked at it, it didn't look like any sort of like bits or anything like that. So I was like, that can't be connected to the website. No way. Well, it'll be a good way to find out. Not through the website. I have no idea what that was. That might have just been italicized and completely nothing. So don't worry about it. He established a production company, Sunday Night Productions, co-creating the reality show Lip Sync Battle. Are you serious? I didn't even know that. He received 3 nominations for Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Structured Reality Program. Married to Emily Blunt, with whom he has 2 daughters. There you go. Boy, not a bad life. Went to an Ivy League school. He starred in all this stuff. Obviously, The Office is what kickstarted a lot of his career. That was the next level, I guess you could say. Emily Blunt reveals secret behind marriage to John Krasinski ahead of 15th anniversary. They've been married that long? Good grief. First met in 2008 at a restaurant, and the rest was history. Wow, even at a restaurant. You never know. You never know when you could meet somebody. So if you're ever feeling down or out or anything like that, or questioning yourself or questioning the world, just realize that any moment could be the moment. It's very odd how that works. During the American Institute of Stuttering's gala, Emily exclusively shared with Hello, this magazine, what the key to a long and happy marriage is. Oh God, oh God, I feel like I always feel John and I are some sort of put in this position where we have to kind of go, here's the secret. There's no secret truly. Devil Wears Prada actress believes that success behind their long union comes down to genuinely enjoying each other's company and basking in the little moments together. I mean, that's definitely true. Might have been a bot. Yeah, I have no idea. All right, that's good. Appreciate you correcting the issue. She added, quote, I think we really lucked out, and I think we laugh a lot, and we talk a lot. Looks like the key to find someone who's your best friend, so much so that the relationship is effortless and smooth sailing. Emily shares 2 daughters, Hazel and Violet, with John. The doting mother also opened up about her personal struggles with stuttering and how it inspired her to teach her daughters about the importance of having compassion and empathy for others. I've always made sure, quote, I've always made sure that they understand that I grew up with something that I struggled with, and that it's okay. Everybody has something, and that was my thing. She emphasized to her daughters that it's essential to have patience and understanding with others. And we added, some of it was really hard, and I think it teaches you a lot about empathy and the importance of kindness, because when you're on the receiving end of something that's humiliating or deemed humiliating, I think you learn that you wouldn't want to humiliate anybody else. Quote, when people are embarrassed, they're really unhappy, and they don't make good choices. And so I think that's just been part of their upbringing is kindness. I think having a stutter taught me a lot about it. So I tried to take the stigma out of struggle in general. I think struggle is quite good, Yeah, there's something to be said about struggling, certainly. There they are, enjoying a what looks like some sort of baseball game, I suppose. All right, let's go ahead and pause that so I don't get copyright. The couple's 2 daughters are taking after their mother in one big way. Love story for the ages, even if the Oppenheimer actress has described how they met as, quote, lame. These days, however, she might be bragging now that her husband was voted, quote, sexiest man alive. Blunt and Krasinski have been married since 2010 and have built a beautiful life together over the years, full of laughs, celebrating one another's impressive accomplishments, accolades, etc. Didn't fall in love in any particular Hollywood way. She said, quote, it's kind of a lame story. I was in a restaurant. He was in a restaurant. I was sitting with a mutual friend. And my friend Gray goes, oh my God, there's my friend John. Could you imagine? Oh, hey, my friend Ben. And all of a sudden, Ben Affleck just walks around the corner. You're like, wait, what? Krasinski was actually sitting with our friend Justin Theroux. He abandoned Justin. He did not eat. He just stood there and made me laugh. From there, they dated and eventually married in 2010. Throughout their relationship, Krasinski and Blunt have worked on a number of movies together. The couple also starred in 2018's A Quiet Place, 2021's A Quiet Place Part 2, both of which John Krasinski directed. Then both also worked on the 2024 family movie If, which also starred Krasinski's former co-star of The Office, Steve Carell. Couple have 2 daughters. Kept both of their kids out of the limelight. According to Blunt, the feeling is mutual. Hazel and Violet weren't impressed by any of their movie star parents' successes until Blunt got to work with Ken, a.k.a. Ryan Gosling. That's so funny. Oh, my gosh. Quote, they're so happy they've never had any interest in anyone I've worked with ever. Quote, they know a lot of people I've worked with, but Ryan Gosling is it for them. Having loved him in Barbie, the girls had a lot of questions for their mom about her co-star in The Fall Guy. They were like, what does he look like when he has normal hair? And so I had to be like, that's what he normally looks like. It's so funny. That's funny. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski's daughters have British accents. Blunt was born in London, while Krasinski was born in Boston, Massachusetts. But who are their daughters sounding like? In 2020, Blunt revealed that Hazel and Violet were both speaking with a British accent. Miraculously, they're sounding quite British, which I completely over the moon about. But just 2 years later, Blunt revealed to Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show that Hazel was sounding a bit more American, especially with the word water. Krasinski said on Jonathan Ross show that he thinks it's adorable when his daughters speak with British accents, but Hazel did have a few questions about the difference between Santa and Father Christmas. That's interesting. Krasinski's been known to poke fun at his wife's British accent, jokingly corrects her pronunciation of certain words. How is Emily Blunt related to Stanley Tucci? By marriage. Blunt's sister, Felicity, is married to her Devil Wears Prada co-star, Stanley Tucci. There you go. I was afraid to get into a relationship and I kept trying to break it off, Tucci said. I'm 21 years older than she is, and I didn't want to feel old for the rest of my life. But I knew that this was an incredibly special person. They tied the knot in 2012 with Steve Buscemi serving as Tucci's best man. What an interesting pair. Oh, Felicity's been incredible taking on a widower and 3 children whose mother died. Tucci added. His first wife, Kate, passed away in 2009. Boy. Interesting. Very interesting. Their account was created 6 hours ago. Oh, yeah. That's a bot, big time. That is big time. All right, interesting. They have been together for quite a few years. I mean, Hollywood standard wise, that's pretty good. 15 years is pretty decent. But then again, we've seen some intricacies appear after quite a few years. And not talking about anybody in specific, Jada and Will. But we'll see how that goes. I wish them all the best. Obviously, I like the fact that they're raising their kids out of the limelight. I think that's smart. I think that's really smart. Obviously, if the kids want to go into acting and whatnot, it's up to them. But I like the fact that they're seemingly not pushing it on them by keeping them out of the limelight. They could be like, here's our baby, put it in a commercial, that kind of thing. So I give them a lot of credit for that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, The Sandman, the endless TikToks to watch because they are dysfunctional as heck. No idea what to expect here, but we do have quite a bit of information afterwards. I don't know if we're going to be able to go through all of it, but we will see. We will definitely see. Brandon Routh and his wife just got divorced. They were together for a long time. Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about that. Oh, man. It's unfortunate. It is really unfortunate. What's up, Megan? There were some allegations which were true, and the creator said this himself about some messed up things he did, but I put a disclaimer at the start. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring it up, and you know what? I got to move it over just a little bit. I don't want to cut it off by, being in front of it or anything like that. Oh, no, it's over there. Nope, it's over there. I think that should be good. Yeah, I pointed the right direction. There it is. Got a little overflow here. This is a video for the fans and cast since the show just ended, not him. Okay. All right. Disclaimer from Luke. I do not approve nor accept the actions of Neil Gaiman. This video is just celebrating the fans and the characters before the final part of the show. All right. 21 years they were together? Oh my gosh.
It is I, Destiny.
Oh, that's brutal.
Welcome to the heart of the dream.
I guess what I'll say about that is at least they're still young. Like, they're not too old. Like, this might be a hot take incoming, but I think when you reach a certain age, I don't know if it's really worth it. I really don't. Maybe if I'm in the situation, my mind would change. But if you're like super old, at that point, I don't know if it's worth going through that process. I really don't. But, to each their own, of course. Situations are different, obviously. They're young enough where I'm like, all right, it is 21 years, but they can get out there and good luck. Whatever makes them happy, yeah.
I can't bring them back once they're gone. Beautiful. Mustn't keep everyone waiting.
Sister?
Who came back?
It wouldn't do to give too much away, especially not now.
Now that we are all assembled, there are things to discuss. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
Joga tudo dentro, a pico, leite até o ovo. Soca peru, soca peru, soca peru. Na minha buceta, seu cachorro. Soca peru, soca peru, soca peru. Na minha buceta, seu cachorro. Soca peru, soca peru.
Who created the Endless in the Sandman series, and where did each of them come from? Many people assume that the God of the Bible must have created them. After all, God does exist in the Sandman universe. But here's the twist. He didn't create the Endless. In fact, no one did. The Endless were never created. They simply came to be. Each one was born the moment their essence first appeared in the universe. Destiny is the oldest. He came into existence in the very first instant of time, because from the very beginning, everything has followed a path, a story, a fate. Death was next. The moment the first living thing died, she was there, not to end life, but to gently carry it beyond. Dream, also known as Morpheus, was born when the first creature in the universe had
Morpheus.
a dream, a hope, a vision, a nightmare. That
The
spark
blue
of
or the red
imagination
pill?
gave him form. Destruction emerged when creation led to conflict, when the first thing was broken, undone, or ruined. Desire was born with the first longing, the first time any being wanted something it didn't yet have. Despair followed, emerging in the moment something was lost and pain took its place. And finally, delirium. She came into existence when the first mind fractured, when confusion,
Dwayne Johnson
chaos, and
jump
wonder
scare.
all mixed together. They are not gods. They
Probably
are
'cause I
more
talked
ancient
about them in
than
Fast
most gods.
Five.
They are fundamental forces, and they will only vanish when their essence is no longer needed.
It's all of us.
I'm realizing just how out of the game I am. Not having Netflix is such a weird
You
experience.
bitches ain't like me. Brand new style, cause I never repeat. And I don't do a thing for the free. All up in the red,
I feel
so
like
we're
you're
fucking
just
to the
missing out
beat.
on
Ice
tons of
cream
stuff.
Kelly on me. Lemonade bar on the breeze. Turning the key.
I, Lord Morpheus, dream of the endless.
Who you call me, but seems to be enjoying the fruits of my labor that came to me too young. When need stole my virtue, I'm glad it seems to serve you that I was born a daughter and not a son.
I do like the visuals. It's kind of interesting. Very different settings. Oh, this is a wild cover of that song. That is interesting. I've never heard that before.
Every dreamer is unique. Yet the one thing all dreams have in common is change.
My spirit tested. I got to my perfect. I got to my perfect. I got to my perfect. My spirit tested. I got to my perfect. I got to my perfect. I got to my perfect. I just spent the black sheet.
A 100 years' time, on this day, I will see you in the year of our Lord 1489 then. It's fucking brilliant. So true. And nowhere to go but up.
You need not have come to my defense.
Clearly. Still, I didn't want to be drinking alone here in 100 years.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know if I want that gift. Let me go ahead and return that one.
Will you come with me?
I don't think I put you up to it.
You did.
I thought you wanted to make things right.
I do. Wow. You're as good as your friend.
He's not my friend, he's my brother. And he's an idiot.
I'm just a little buzz.
When the first living thing existed, I was there. When the last living thing dies, I'll put the chairs on the table, turn out the lights, and lock the universe behind me when I leave.
Every suntan.
Didn't think.
Heads up! Wow.
When the first living thing existed, I was there. When the last living thing dies, I'll put the chairs on the table, turn out the lights, and lock the universe behind me.
There's a poem I read by Kipling.
They will come back again, as long as the red earth rolls. He never wasted a leaf or a tree. Do you think he would squander souls?
Is that what happened to me?
Now is when you find out.
Why do they fear the sunless lands?
Do you know who I am?
It is as natural to die as it is to be born.
People may not be ready for my gift, but they get it anyway, no matter what the circumstance.
Now's when you find out, Harry.
Perhaps just this once you could ask one of your siblings for help. Destiny would certainly know where your tools are.
How do you ride like you're running out of time? Right day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? How do you ride like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you ride like you need it to survive? How do you ride every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
It is I,
Interesting.
desire. Anything you desire.
Umbrella Academy siblings, if they had good writing, that's funny.
He's wearing a burnous. Now, where is despair?
trouble.
How do you know the colours are off? I thought those were colourblind.
That's a coincidence. Looking at that painting, I thought you were.
I missed you, very muchly. Then I remembered all those words you had coming out of your mouth when you told us you were leaving. How we shouldn't follow you or ask you where it is you think you're going, which I didn't. But then all of a sudden you weren't there anymore. You were gone. And I didn't know why. You never really told me why you left. Or maybe you did, but I didn't understand, or I wasn't being a very good listener. But it was such a long time ago, I thought, well, what if he's changed his mind? And if he has, then how would I even know? So I thought if I could find you, then I would ask you.
I like the stars. They give the illusion of permanence.
The illusion of permanence.
Flaring up, caving in and going out. World's end. Gods come and go. Mortals flicker and fade. From here, I can pretend things last.
I'm sure we're taller in other dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. You're tired of moving, your body's aching. We could vacate, there's places to go. Clearly, this is it.
My sister, I've loved seeing you.
Well, I think we all feel that from time to time. Just randomly want to move out into the woods like Thoreau. Just get a little cabin, not have any contact with the outside world, and just kind of live out your days. Gosh. Whenever I feel stuck in like the 9-to-5 grind and stuff like that, I just automatically go in that kind of mentality where I'm just like, oh, it'd be so great to just disappear.
My sister, I've loved seeing you.
Then you realize there is no disappearing. You still have to pay property taxes.
I am calm. God, I'm calm. But then all of a sudden you weren't there anymore. You were gone. I didn't know why.
I'm always my favorite.
Sister, youngest of the endless, I stand in my gallery and I summon you.
Hi, it's me. Hi, it's me.
Delirium. How you doing?
Well, yesterday I did some terribly bad things. But today I did some good stuff, so, I mean, I don't know.
We have all the time in the world.
I lost some time once. It's always in the last place you look for it. No.
Calm yourself, little sister.
I am calm. God, I'm calm.
Put her down.
I think I like you too. When you're not being scary. I was nearly married once, but that was a very long time ago. It was probably my fault. But good luck. Have you ever spent days and days and days making up flavors of ice cream no one's ever eaten before? Like chicken and telephone ice cream.
My sister.
Green mouse ice cream was the worst. I didn't like that one at all.
I've come here to tell you that I am sorry. I lied to you. And I broke your trust.
I'm nuts, baby, I'm mad. The craziest friend that you ever had. You think I'm psycho, you think I'm gone. Tell the psychiatrist
Oh, Melanie Martinez.
over the bed, entirely bonkers. You like me best when I'm off my rocker. Tell you a secret, I'm not alarmed. So what if I'm crazy? The best people are.
My sister. You were always my favorite.
As pretty as you ever were.
What if he's sick or has amnesia?
Abandoned us. Will you return with us? No. Sorry, lad. Remember how hard it was for me to leave, but I did it. To flow.
There's only 6 of us now.
We never argued when he was here.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I would have made a joke about it or something.
Do you like me?
Well, you never fail to surprise me, which is no small feat.
That was so many candles, you would think it would be giving off so much heat.
So now I'm telling you, stay away from me. Don't follow me. Don't summon me. Leave me alone. My realm is closed to both of you.
You knew how fragile she was.
Sometimes I have very bad days where, I just want to hide or scream or bleed or something. I often get distracted. And I get lost when I leave it. I really was trying this time. Do you like me?
Well, you never fail to surprise me, which is no small feat. And it distresses me to see trouble. So, I suppose I must.
I think I like you too. When you're not being scary. Why I stopped being Delight, my brother. I do. You see, there are things not in your book and paths outside this garden. You would do well to remember that.
Sunshine and gloomy, yeah. Honestly, Seems very fitting.
Here, have a grape.
I do not want a grape.
I can make you want one.
Why didn't we ever try to find him?
Because he explicitly asked us not to.
Yes, but sometimes that's just what you say when you want to find out if anybody cares enough not to listen.
Well, that almost made sense.
Don't do anything stupid.
I shall try my best. I can do no more.
We're here on royal business.
In a realm where dreams come true, and do you know what I've been dreaming of, my sister?
I have a rough idea, yes.
Food, wine, and a bit of the other.
Lord Morpheus.
No, too skinny for me.
Greetings, Chlorocan. What exactly is chaos offering in exchange for hell?
I'm not offering you anything, Dream King. What I'm doing is
Threatening you. Give us the hell of Lucifer, or the entire host of chaos will be at your throat until the end of time.
Is this meant to scare me?
That just reminded me of Evil Dead.
She says she is your sister.
I'm afraid she is my sister, Wyvern. Put her down.
Well, what do you think of it so far?
Honesty? The perspective shot to hell, the colours could have been better chosen, and the olive tree on the left looks like an overgrown stinging nettle.
Well, how do you know the colours are off? I thought dogs were colourblind.
That's a coincidence. Looking at that painting, I thought you were.
I think I like you too. When you're not being scary.
This aristo swine violated my little sister. When I heard he was being brought to the Committee of Public Safety, I persuaded the executioner to give me his head, which I will take back to my village and I will show to my poor mother, and she will spit on his face like this.
I had a leather pouch filled with sand. Where is it?
It was sold in London. Last purchased by Joanna Constantine.
We have business, JoongDunk.
Get in line, bruv. Can't keep God waiting.
I've known your family for centuries.
That is not one of particular trust. How did you find me?
You were dreaming.
Because it never ends well, does it?
What? Love? No. I suppose it doesn't.
Constantine! That nightmare won't trouble you anymore. When my time comes around, lay me gently in the cold dark earth. No grave can hold my body down. I'll crawl home to earth. When my time comes around, lay me gently in the cold dark earth. No grave can hold my body down. I'll crawl home to earth.
You have no idea what you have done.
I do that. I've just tripled my
Ladies and
fee.
gentlemen, her.
Can't you see what I see? All of the boys and all of the girls are begging to if you seeking me.
your family for centuries.
My mother's not one of us who can be trusted.
Run along and fuck off back to hell.
Because I won't go willingly. In life, against a tree. Oh, you don't think dreams can die? Let's find out. Enough.
I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was...
I've always been curious. Is the name biblical, a reference to Paul?
Or to Corinth, the Roman city of dice?
Or are you just into leather?
You know, all of the above. I'm not a star until I've reshaped this world to look just like me.
Will I see you again? You should hope not.
Brother Dream, Desire, Despair, Stir, youngest of the endless.
Delirium.
A family meeting. The first since our brother announced he was leaving us.
Very interesting. Definitely looking forward to seeing a little bit more in the information section. Link down below in the video description on YouTube for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. And also, of course, check out the channel. There's probably other content that you might be interested in as well. So go ahead and check it out. There's the link in the chat. Let's pull up some of that information right now. All right. The Sandman TV series, American fantasy drama based on the 89 to 96 comic book written by Neil Gaiman, published by DC Comics. Series was developed for Netflix. Like the comic, the Sandman tells the story of Dream/Morpheus, titular Sandman. Efforts to adapt The Sandman to film began in 1991, but floundered in development hell for many years. 2013, Goyer pitched a film adaptation of the series to Warner Brothers. Goyer and Gaiman were set to produce alongside Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who is planned to star and possibly direct. However, Gordon-Levitt exited over creative differences in 2016. Due to the prolonged development of the film, Warner Bros. Shifted its focus to television. Netflix signed a deal to produce the series in 2019, and filming lasted from 2020 to 2021. The series has received positive reviews from critics and praise going toward the casting, production design, costumes, faithfulness to the source material, visual effects, and performances. Premiered in 2022 with 10 episodes available immediately. An additional special episode became available on August 19th, 2022. In November 22, it was renewed for a second season. In January 2025, it was announced that it would end with the second season. So it is just 2 seasons. Similar to Dead Boy Detectives, the spin-off in Good Omens being canceled, I think there may have been more. Oh, that's right. Show was already planned for 2 seasons and ended really good. Everything tied up. Interesting. Stunning show, crappy creator. Oh, gosh. It's kind of like the Buffy thing. Morpheus, the personification of dreams and one of the 7 Endless, is captured in an occult ritual in 1916. He escapes in 2022 after being held captive for 106 years. Sets out to restore order to his realm, the Dreaming. Interesting. Budget for the 2 seasons was about $165 million, $15 million per episode. I like how it actually lists that. That is fascinating. That's weird how they couldn't quite get the movie going, but a TV show seemingly went pretty quick. That's kind of weird how that works. I guess it, I don't know. I guess it's easier to produce a TV show than it is a movie these days. Sandman ranked at number 1 globally on Netflix's top 10 titles 3 days after its release, with 69.5 million hours viewed. In its first full week of streaming, The Sandman remained the most watched show on Netflix's top 10 list of the most watched TV shows, with 127.5 million hours viewed between August 8th through the 14th. Remained the most watched English language TV show for a 3rd time in a row between August 15th to 21st. The show had been watched over 393 million hours in total by September 18th. The show was the 8th most watched English language show on Netflix of 2022, spending 7 weeks in the top 10s. Critical response: first season has 88% from Rotten Tomatoes, 123 reviews. Metacritic 65 off of 40. Rotten Tomatoes 73% off 33 for the second season, so it dipped a little bit. And 61 off of 12 reviews from Metacritic. Website's critic consensus reads, while it may hold few surprises for fans of the source material, The Sandman's first season satisfyingly adapts an allegedly unfilmable classic. Unfilmable. So maybe that's why it kind of struggled with the film version of it. Sandman Season 2 is what I wanted from the final season of Umbrella Academy. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned a score of 66 out of 100, indicating generally favorable. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Guardian gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Transportive, playful at times, certainly grand. Looks like 2 people questioned how much fans unfamiliar with the source material would actually enjoy the series. Someone at Time Magazine gave it a positive review, praising its production design, casting, standalone episodes, easily one of the best small screen comic adaptations ever. Somebody with Variety criticized some of the visual effects and use of CGI, and it felt it did not replicate the art from the comics. Boy, that's really that's really being nitpicky. Series was ranked the 10th best show of 2022 by Entertainment.ie. One of the finest examples of escapist television this year under the expert guidance of comic book creator Neil Gaiman. Netflix was able to streamline this mind-bending and rich anthology into a cohesive and beautiful series full of characters that each had their own defining outlook on the world in which they lived or survived in. In a mixed review, somebody at The Wrap called the series visually stunning and further praised its costumes, sound design, cast performances, while criticizing the pacing and noting that its anthology style of storytelling caused the plot to suffer, especially towards the season's end. Gave it a B- grade from the AV Club. Generic fantasy series that is too faithful to its source material. That's interesting. Too faithful. I've heard it the other way, right? I've criticized some for not being faithful enough, but I've never heard anyone say it's too faithful to the source material. Quote, doing what is essentially the bare minimum in replicating an acclaimed work of art and transferring it to a different medium. Boy, this person from the AV Club and me would definitely not get along. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I wish things would be more faithful to the source material this day and age, and this person's like, no. You got to take it and run with it. And it's just like, no. Ugh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Writing for The Hollywood Reporter, somebody said its faithfulness to the source material and thought the series prioritizes fidelity over creativity. So here's another one of those, which she thought makes for a decent echo of the comics, but it stops well short of becoming a classic in its own right. Here's my take on that. The comics are a classic, so why would you feel you had to change it to a different degree? What if it misses? What if you do that and then people who are fans of the comic hate it? Then you just completely alienated people. Good grief. Boy, a negative review. Somebody at USA Today gave it a 1.5 out of 4, calling the first season, quote, a total failure, criticizing its pacing and story, which she felt was, quote, a pile of stories and moods randomly tossed on top of each other. It just goes to show, you can't please everybody. Everybody's got their own take. Maybe it's hot, maybe it's a cold take. It's kind of the beauty of art. It's the beauty of the medium, is that you can create something, a lot of people can enjoy it. A lot of people can be like, it's not bad, it's okay. And then a lot of people can just be like, it's garbage. It's so weird. It's so strange. But that's, everybody's got their own opinion, their own viewpoint, whatnot. Nominated for a bunch of awards. Didn't win any of them, unfortunately. But nominated is good. I would take a nomination out of anything. September 2021, a pilot was ordered by HBO Max for a TV series based on Gaiman's Dead Boy Detectives. Speaking of, series was given the green light. April 2022, Dead Boy Detectives was moved to Netflix. Oh man, could you imagine how different it could have been if it was HBO Max? I feel like it would have been better. Honestly, not putting any judgment on what it is on Netflix, but HBO, I feel like, puts a little bit more polish on it than Netflix does. Could have been, just vastly different, I assume, or maybe just minimally different. But everything I see by HBO is just, it's got that next level. It almost feels like more movie than TV. Gaiman confirmed the series would be set in the same continuity as the Sandman, as Kirby reprising her role as Death in the series' premiere episode. Was met with positive reception. Series was canceled after one season. I mean, come on now. April 25th, it was released to positive reception. August of the same year, it was canceled. What? Oh my gosh. Crazy. Truly crazy. The Endless are an anthropomorphic representations of the powerful natural forces they embody. They regard themselves as a family, referring to each other as siblings, and they are known to be the children of the cosmic entities Night and Time. From the oldest to the youngest, they are Destiny, Death, Dream, Destruction, Desire, Despair, and Delirium, who was previously known as Delight. Each of the Endless has a realm in which they are absolute sovereign. Within their realm, all members of the Endless have a gallery containing symbols or sigils of the other Endless. The Endless may contact each other by holding the appropriate sigil and calling for that member of the Endless. Within these galleries, each of the Endless also possess a sigil, though it is not necessary to hold it when you speak to another Endless. It seems to be customary to hold it. Tell your sibling that you hold their sigil, and then ask permission to enter their realm or call them into yours. Destiny is also able to summon his siblings by using his gallery of portraits, whether they want it or not. As shown with Dream and Despair, it's possible for each of the Endless to contact the other Endless without necessarily holding their sigil or even being in the gallery. This is seen when Despair is able to call Dream using her own sigil to challenge him, while Dream is able to contact his siblings by drawing their individual sigils using any available materials and then calling them. Endless are a dysfunctional family and do not often get along with each other. Destiny is aloof, rarely interacts with or aids others. Destruction has left them. The three youngest siblings dislike Dream as they believe he is too arrogant and considers himself better than them. Desire often manipulates others, teasing them and trying to anger them. Delirium confesses that she finds Dream scary, which we saw in that edit, and often feels like he is silently mocking her. Death is the only one who seems to be on relatively good terms with every other member of the family. The Endless spend most of their time fulfilling their functions as embodiments of natural forces. For example, Death leads the souls of the dead away from the realm of the living, while Dream oversees the realm of dreams and imagination, the dreaming, and regulates them in his turn. One notable facet of their depiction is that none of them are representations or personifications of their function. They simply are their function. Death and Endless Nights, she is Death, just as he is Dream, and that one is Desire. Interesting. Some of the Endless are more dedicated to their tasks than others. The younger Endless, especially Desire, are known to play games with mortal lives. Destruction, often called the prodigal, abandon his duties altogether, as we saw him chopping wood down. If one of the Endless is destroyed, then he or she will be replaced by another aspect of their role, but this does not occur if they are simply absent or inactive. In such cases, the aspect of existence supervised by that member of the Endless becomes more random and chaotic. During this time, the universe may attempt to replace that member by putting some of their essences within a mortal, as it did with Wesley Dodds, who received a fraction of Dream's soul while Dream was imprisoned. Interesting. Endless seem to have some rules regarding the way they experience their existence, with some definite taboos if they wish things to go as they would prefer. Breaking these rules will bring great consequences upon the Endless who do so, including total destruction by the three. Number 1, harm will befall anyone who has hurt their family. Dream, assisting with his son Orpheus's ending himself procedure, for example, ultimately resulted in his death. The rule is also one of the major factors that kept Dream from hurting Desire. Number 2, do not fall in love with mortals, or the mortal's downfall is assured. The most renowned violation of this rule is that Dream and Nada, which was soon followed by destruction of Nada's city. I mean, good grief. That is... Oh my gosh. What's up, Pokey? It's like 4 a.m. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning to you. Appreciate you making it. Wow. I'm glad you've enjoyed the uploads to YouTube. Wow. 4 a.m. That's early, I guess, or late if you never went to sleep. Number 3, the Endless cannot take a mortal life unless they become an active threat to themselves and their realms. Number 4, respect roles and domains. Each endless embodies a specific concept and must stick to their own. For instance, Destruction abandoned his role, which disturbed the balance, while the other endless continue to fulfill their duties. Powers and abilities, absolute immortality. The endless are ... endless, really. Eternal. They do not age, do not die, cannot be permanently destroyed. Even when an aspect is shattered, as was the case with the first Despair, it was eventually reborn in a new form. Boy. The amount of people that probably wish they could live forever is not small. I mean, I think all humans have it's kind of innate, but also just kind of since we have consciousness, we don't want to die. The idea of it is alarming to most. So it's kind of natural to want to be eternal. And then when you're faced with the actual reality of being eternal, it seems like every character is just like, yeah, it's not great. I've been alive for 2,000 years. I kind of done everything, been everywhere. Can't really get into a relationship or anything like that because they die off and then I'm just stuck here. And then you get that weird situation if it's like a vampire and you make somebody else a vampire, then they resent you for it probably. And then you have to live with that resentment forever. Like, it's just, there's a lot of downsides of living forever, The day-to-day becomes less important. You can go probably a decade and you're just like, yeah, whatever. I just wasted a decade. No big deal. Like, everything just loses its value, like, instantly. Personification of abstract concepts, each endless or infinite in the Sandman embodies a fundamental idea. Nigh omnipotence, immense magical mastery, and near complete knowledge of their domain or the universe. Wow. Each endless can exist simultaneously in multiple locations, particularly where their domain is present. Wow, what a word. What a word. Omnilingualism. Omnilingualism. Say that 5 times fast. They can understand and speak any language. Spoken, written, forgotten, divine, symbolic, etc. Interdimensional travel. Shout out Doctor Who. Very interesting. Every member of Sandman's Endless ranked. The Endless are some of the strangest and most influential characters in the DC universe. You're so quick and creative with your word substitution on the spot. I'm trying. It's tough. It can be very tough. But I'm trying. They first appeared as a family in Neil Gaiman's The Sandman from Vertigo Comics. Powerful characters were mostly explored in the Vertigo series, but a few have also played significant roles in the modern DC universe. Let's see here. This was updated July 10th. The Sandman is arguably one of the greatest graphic novels in modern history, with the Endless serving as the overarching manipulators. Despite their nigh omnipotent roles, however, these 7 siblings have crises that put human problems to shame. Given that the Endless technically includes extended family members, we've updated this article. Okay, cool. Number 14, Time is the overpowered father of the Endless. Time wasn't mentioned in the original comics. No one knew who the parents of the Endless were for years. Readers were given a clue as to identify at least one of the parents in the wake, but it remained a complete mystery. The Sandman Overture finally gave readers the answer, with the Endless mother and father appearing as Dream was looking for help with his problems. Time is the anthropomorphic representation of the concept of time. He shifts appearance between forms, appearing older, younger. While his realm follows similar whims, moving forward and backward through time, Time was once the holder of the Book of Souls. But he gave it to his oldest son, Destiny. He also gave Dream the saculum at some point in the distant past, which Dream lost, yikes, is one of the reasons Time refuses to help his son in Overture. Well, there you go. Don't lose things given to you by time. Number 13, Night loved her children but was still absent. Night controls the primordial darkness. Ooh. The endless existence was once described by death, and it went like this. Destiny was the first because destiny became a thing once the universe was recreated. When the first living thing came to be, death was next, because life and death are intertwined. Yes, so the two elements that would have made the endless would be time, something that would always exist, and night, since the darkness would have been there before the universe. DC has often gotten pretty dark, so Night's existence should have been easy to guess. Dream sought out his mother Night in overture for help with his problem. Night's appearance was similar to that of mother goddesses in ancient cultures. Okay. Number 12, Orpheus's mistakes in life sent Dream to an end. Morpheus willingly euthanized his suffering son. Orpheus was the son of Morpheus, that makes total sense, and Calliope. After Eurydice? I'm suffering here. I'm not always on. Was killed on their wedding day. He went to his aunts and uncles for help. Death made him immortal, and he went to Hades to get his love back. Orpheus sang a song that moved the lord of the underworld and made the fates weep. Wow. That must have been a beautiful song. Beautiful song. I wonder what it was. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston, maybe? Orpheus sang a song that moved the Lord. He was given the chance to get him back, but when he looked behind him to see if she was following him, he broke the only rule. Eurydice. Oh, Eurydice. Okay. All right. Appreciate the phonics. Return to the underworld. Could you imagine that? Like you did something and you're like, yes, did it. I got him back. I got her back. And then all of a sudden you just break some random rule and they're just right back where they started. The fates ripped him apart, but since he couldn't die, his head survived. Hence the holding of the head and spitting in the face. Morpheus ensured his son was taken care of over the millennia, only visiting Orpheus once when he needed to find destruction. Orpheus helped him, but asked for a boon from his father. That Morpheus would kill him, end him, after it was all done. Morpheus acquiesced and ended his son. The guilt over Orpheus's fate and his role in it overwhelming him and leading to his own death. Wow. Number 11, Rose Walker eventually became the Dream Vortex. Rose took her grandma Unity Kincaid's place. The abduction of Dream had massive repercussions for the universe. This took the form of the sleeping sickness on Earth, where a multitude of people around the world fell asleep. Unity Kincaid was afflicted by the sickness. Oh my God. You could say that Unity Kincaid was down with the sickness. Oh my God. That song just popped into my head. Unity had a special destiny. She was meant to be the dream vortex of her generation, a natural part of the universal order that would have ended with Dream killing her. She was saved because Dream was out of the picture, but Desire would make sure a vortex would happen and would satisfy their need for vengeance against Dream by getting the sleeping Unity pregnant. Hello. Unity had a daughter named Miranda, and being a vortex passed her over because Dream was still imprisoned. Wow, what the heck? Number 10, Jed Walker was home to Brute and Glob for a time. Jed's mind became a mini dreaming. What in the heck am I even... Is this English? What am I saying right now? It's like that weird moment when you're reading a book and you're just like, I need to reread that because that made no sense to me. Jed Walker was raised by his grandfather Ezra instead of his mother. Eventually, the nightmares Brute and Glob left the dreaming as it fell apart in Dream's absence and decided to live in Jed's head. Jed's head. That's funny. They snared the scientist Garrett Sanford and fed off the nightmare energy created by the Sandman's battles to protect Jed's dreams. Eventually, Sanford ended himself, and Brute and Glob snared the soul of Hector Hall. Boy, alliteration like crazy here. and the still living wife Lida to Jed's mind, where they used their energies to create a mini dreaming of their own. Ezra died, and Jed went to live with his abusive aunt and uncle, whom Brute and Glob influenced to keep Jed prisoner so they could continue to feed off him. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, that is a toxic home life, I guess you could say. Jed's sister Rose and Morpheus were hunting for him for two reasons. Rose wanted to find Jed. Makes sense. Morpheus wanted to find Brute and Glob. Okay. Morpheus dealt with the nightmares, and Jed escaped. Jed was picked up by the Corinthian and would have been killed if it hadn't been for Morpheus's intervention. Boy, that is brutal. Number 9, Ivy Walker became the lover of Daniel Hall. Ivy nearly led to the end of the dreaming. Ivy Walker was born of a one-night stand. Hello. Rose Walker had with her family's British solicitor. Because of her family, Ivy was born into wealth and got to live a life that few did, becoming a tattoo artist. Eventually, Rose introduced her daughter to Daniel, and the two began dating. Daniel even gave her one of his dreamstones. Of course, this was a mistake, as Ivy and Daniel would break up. The breakup allowed Daniel's enemies to take advantage of him thanks to a tattoo from Ivy, and he couldn't fight back without his dreamstone. Oh boy. This almost led to the destruction of the dreaming, although Daniel and Ivy were both trapped in the mundane egg universe. It's kind of a boring egg universe, I guess. Daniel managed to escape, whereas Ivy was left behind. This universe presumably had no endless in it, but it seems likely that Ivy would harbor a grudge against Daniel. Well, of course. Much like the twisted relationship between Morpheus and Nada. Number 8, Daniel Hall took Morpheus's place as a Sandman. Daniel was conceived within the dreaming. Daniel took over from Morpheus upon his death as Dream of the Endless. He's a distinct member of the Endless, still very much untested and has a lot to learn. He exhibits quite a few characteristics of the previous Dream, Morpheus. This includes all the powers and rules associated with his status as one of the Endless. Morpheus chose Daniel to serve as the next Dream after he was born within the realm of the dreaming to Lida, Trevor Hall, and Hector Hall. Morpheus's investigation in the child born of the dreaming freed the trapped spirits, Hector and Lida, but he promised to collect Daniel later. Interesting. Number 7, Delirium was once known as Delight. Delirium represents madness. Youngest of the Endless, but still billions of years old. Oh my gosh. Occupying, that really gives a scope of this, doesn't it? Occupying a chaotic realm, she serves as a personification of delirium and insanity. Boy, it just goes to show that madness is a tale as old as time, and she can induce both in others. Delirium is depicted as a teenage girl with shifting, mismatched hair and clothing. Because of the chaotic nature of the character, Delirium often delivers prophecies that don't seem clear at first. Mystery surrounds the youngest member. She wasn't always Delirium. Instead, she began her existence as Delight, which is very different. There's no direct explanation for why she became Delirium, which has become one of the greatest unanswered questions regarding the Endless. Delirium's speech bubbles are particularly unique, indicating both her mood and her innate nature. Delirium might be the most scatterbrained of the Endless. I mean, sounds like it, yes. Number 6, Despair is the second Endless of her name. Despair controls the realm of sadness. Boy, that is a brutal character drawing, isn't it? Brutal. Despair and her twin Desire are antagonistic forces throughout the Sandman, and they work together to try to bring down Dream. One such fascinating storyline revolves around a contest between a few of the Endless over the fate of a mortal man named Joshua Norton, a real-life figure who referred to himself as the Emperor of the United States. This challenge was ultimately won by Morpheus, as Norton refused to give in to Despair. Like some of her other siblings, Despair has taken on multiple forms across eternity. Her first form may have been one of the most influential figures in the DC universe. She played a part in the destruction of Krypton that led to Superman's storied arrival on Earth. The original version of Despair is radically different than her current form, though, showing how her unexplained demise had rippling effects that altered the universe itself. Number 5, Desire and Dream had a contentious relationship. Desire manipulates lust and love. Desire, Despair's twin sibling, is one of the primary antagonists of the Sandman. Their gender is completely mutable, allowing them to change their form as the situation requires. Desire is also one of the more crucial members of the family, often teasing or interfering with the duties of their siblings. According to Destruction, Desire is often vile, callous, duplicitous, although they have sometimes made the right decisions. Animosity between Desire and Dream culminated when they assaulted Unity, maybe insulted as well, Unity Kincaid, leading to the birth of Rose Walker. Desire then manipulated Dream into killing Walker. However, killing the blood of the Endless is also inviolable rule of the Endless. Rose Walker's death would have had major repercussions. I love how I'm learning words here. Repercussions for Dream had gone through with it. Desire's relationship with Delirium and Despair is believed to be the product of childish games played by the youngest of the Endless. Destruction, the fourth eldest of the Endless. My God. The eldest of the Endless represents his namesake in all forms. However, abdicating his duties creates great drama between the Endless. Destruction stepped away from his role because of the imminent development of the atomic bomb. Oh, okay. And one of the Sandman's most heartbreaking moments. He knew that technology and science would only be advanced in favor of warfare and devastation. Indeed. Destruction didn't want to be responsible for human violence and sought a new path for his eternal life. Interesting. Number 4, Morpheus took his role as Dream very seriously. One of the most influential of the Endless and the primary protagonist of the Sandman, he's also the target of several of the siblings' schemes, most notably Desire. Morpheus is tall, thin, pale, and very much the goth ideal. Many fans noting similarities with Neil Gaiman's appearance. Of course. Morpheus is also known for a long line of romantic partners and spends much of the Sandman dealing with the fallout of those relationships. His influence is so vast that some consider him the Lord of all stories. Particularly apparent in Dream's chosen fates for the biblical Cain and Abel, as he turned them into storytellers and occupants of the House of Secrets and the House of Mystery, respectively. Number 3, Destiny reads the ongoing story of creation. Destiny embodies the future of all things. Destiny, the eldest of the Endless, is one of the most powerful and influential of his siblings. As the ultimate observer, Destiny is the personification of fate and is generally all-knowing. Destiny is blind and largely unconcerned with action, preferring instead to observe. In fact, Destiny could foresee the chain of events that would play out in Morpheus' demise. Destiny and his Book of Knowledge appeared throughout the universe well before his reveal as one of DC's most powerful comic characters, the Endless. One appearance depicted him investigating the challengers of the unknown, the only souls not recorded in his book. Destiny even briefly turned the book over to them for safekeeping. Interesting. This is why Destiny will be the last of the Endless to finish his job, which can only happen when the universe itself comes to an end. Number 2, Death might be the best character in the Sandman. Death gently leads every soul into the afterlife. Death is arguably the most powerful, one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe. Her ultimate duty as the embodiment of death lasts until the last living thing dies, and she puts the universe itself to rest. Generally portrayed as an endearing goth woman wearing an Egyptian Ankh pendant, Death has become very popular with DC fans for empathy, a characteristic she never had in the beginning. One of the Death's quirks is that she spends one day each century as a mortal. This began as a way for her to cope with the harsh realities of her duties, which also greatly changed her personality. Death has appeared to other characters in the DC universe, had a close relationship with her brother Morpheus. Death herself has stated what would happen upon the death of the last living thing on being in the universe. She will, quote, put up the chairs, turn off the lights, lock the doors behind her when she leaves. Oh my gosh. What a interesting interpretation we have here. So that's Death. Gotcha. little Cyclopsy moment there. There are also a few fake Endless in the Sandman. The Endless have always been the preeminent deities of the universe, standing above the gods themselves. They exist as long as their duties are required, and there have never been more than 7 of them at a time. However, also introduced readers to a few pseudo-Endless throughout the series and its later expansions. Echo's transgender woman who acquires a preferred body while in the dreaming. Daniel then transforms her into the 3rd iteration of the Corinthian, effectively making her a nightmare. Interesting. Wow, that was quite the ride. Death takes the form of a goth girl. She's not the Cyclops. Wait, who's the Cyclops? That's so funny. That is a really interesting drawing. Very interesting. Oh, one of the Titans, maybe. One of the fake Endless? Gotcha. Oh my gosh. All right. A creature that escaped the dreaming. Destruction was supposed to get his own section rather than combine with Desires. So Death is 1, Destiny 2, Dream 3, Destruction 4. It's implied that something traumatic broke her mind, which caused the first human to go insane to occur. Interesting. Dream was imprisoned because someone wanted to capture Death, but caught Dream, hence why Dream said to that person in that one edit, your punishment is eternal sleep. Interesting. Wow, that is a lot of lore. A lot of lore. All right, let's move on to the next one. It is a Given anime. Well, it is the Given anime. Entitled I'm in Love with an Angel. And I'm not even going to attempt those names because I'm going to butcher them. I'm 100% going to butcher them. And I feel like I probably shouldn't. All right. Let's see if we need. Okay, we do need subtitles. So let's go ahead and move it over here. There we go. That should be good. Should be able to see those. Let's go ahead and unmute it and play. I think I've reacted to The Given before. Yeah, very true.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm blinded by what I see. You wanted a soldier, but it wasn't me, 'cause I can never set you free. So fly on your own. It's time I let you go. I'm in love with an angel who's afraid of the light. Her halo is broken, but there's fight in her eyes. Walls are built to keep us safe until they're crashing down. Worlds apart, we were the same until you hit the ground. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm blinded by what I see. You wanted a soldier, but it wasn't me, 'cause I can never set you free. So fly
Actually, I do remember this. Yeah, I've definitely reacted to this before. Always trying to guide him away from running into somebody. That's funny. That would have been interesting.
ここまで連れてきてくれてありがとう。本当に好きな人がいたんだ。これは嫉妬だ。
I'm assuming that would have been an easier get if they had done a movie of it. Might be a little more difficult as a TV show. Well, Netflix show. I don't know what to call Netflix shows. It's like a next step up of broadcast.
好きな人。
Where's Rachel?
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm blinded by what I see. You wanted a soldier, but it wasn't me, 'cause I can never set you free.
There's a lot of tenderness and empathy here is what I'm getting. Nope. I like you. You're romantic. Like, as we used to say. I have no idea if people still say like. You in like with them? It is pretty good. I think I remember noting last time that the art style was lovely. It's like that classic look. Link down below in the YouTube video description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. And as always, check out their channel. They might have other compilations or videos you might be interested in. There's the link for those of you watching live. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on Given, kind of refresh the memory a little bit. It's been a while. Given is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Natsuki Kaizu. It has been serialized into a bi-monthly manga magazine since 2013. Wow. Follows a group of 4 students in an amateur rock band, dual romantic relationships that form among them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Getting into relationships in the band, that usually doesn't end well. Usually. Between electric guitarist and vocalist, and between bassist and drummer. The series has been adapted multiple times, most notably in an audio drama in 2016. 11-episode anime television series in 2019, a film in 2020, and a live-action TV drama in 2021. Wow, it's pretty much done everything. The anime television series aired on Fuji TV's Noida Mina programming block and was the first Boys Love BL series to air on Fuji TV's channel, I guess. An English language translation of the manga is licensed in North America. It's on Crunchyroll. Given is roughly divided into 3 major story arcs. The first arc, which focuses primarily on the relationship between Ritsuka and Mafuyu, follows the formation of the band and the lead up to their first live performance. Second arc focuses primarily on the other relationship. Follows the band as they prepare for their first music festival. There you go. It's a step up. Following these 2 arcs, the manga is currently ongoing with its third. Okay, it's still going on. Focusing on a different relationship. Wow. Very interesting. All right, so the anime TV series, there's 11 episodes. Oh, there's a couple of movies. See that? Mafuyu is a 16-year-old high school student, Given's lead vocalist and guitarist. Though he lacks experience and professional training, he's a naturally gifted singer, quickly picks up guitar and songwriting skills, suppresses his emotions following the self-ending of his former boyfriend Yuki, resulting in an outwardly shy and aloof personality, but becomes ferociously expressive when he performs. Boy, really comes alive on stage. Outside of the music, he cares for a 9-month-old Pomeranian. Ritsuka, 16-year-old high school student, Given's lead guitarist, having played guitar since a young age, highly practiced and talented with the instrument, kind personality, though he often comes off as stoic and bullish and inexperienced in romantic affairs. At the start of the series, he has lost his enthusiasm for playing the guitar, though his love for music returns as he develops a closer bond, aka love, with Mafuyu. Interesting. Okay. So I'm assuming Ritsuka brings out the personality and kind of brings back to life Mafuyu after the former boyfriend ended himself. And Ritsuka gets that passion back for playing guitar because of Mafuyu. Wow. That's one of those situations where, both of them do benefit from this, which is good. That is quite lovely. All right, high school student Ritsuka is the guitarist for the band composed of himself, everybody else, drummer, bassist. Becomes a reluctant guitar teacher to Mafuyu, shy classmate after repairing the broken strings of Mafuyu's Gibson guitar. Ritsuka quickly realizes that Mafuyu is an exceptionally talented singer, and he invites him to join the band. Yeah, those Gibson guitars are so beautiful. Really beautiful. Ritsuka learns that Mafuyu's guitar was previously owned by Yuki. Oh boy. Mafuyu's childhood best friend and former boyfriend who ended himself. The band begins composing music in preparation for a live performance, but Mafuyu struggles to write lyrics for the song. On the day of the performance, Mafuyu has a breakthrough. Good time to have it. And sings an emotionally powerful song expressing his grief over Yuki. Nice. Turning a life experience into a song. I mean, that is songwriter 101, right? Creating emotionally driven, relatable songs, lyrics, everything that people can they listen to and they vibe to. Performance prompts Ritsuka and Mafuyu to act on their growing romantic feelings for each other. They kiss backstage and begin dating. Wow. Band names itself Given, in tribute to the guitar given to Mafuyu by Yuki's mother after his passing. Wow. That's deep. That is really deep. Oh my gosh. This is a new one, but similar to another video we reacted to in terms of art style called Fruits Basket. Oh, yeah. 8 months ago, you did do Given. It's been 8 months? Oh, my gosh. No. Oh, time flies. Ritsuka. Quote, "You're not good at expressing yourself. The whole reason I invited you into our band is because your song shook me to the core." Accomplished guitarist. You know what this transparent like background with an image behind it is giving me? It's giving me MySpace vibes. or like we used to do like self-made websites, and I definitely have done this before. And it's kind of hard to read it. He one day comes across and helps Mafuyu with his guitar, eventually growing close to the point of asking him to be their vocalist. Later on, he becomes the lover. Mafuyu, quote, "I never know how I'm supposed to react at all. Everyone else can manage it so well, but I can't. Just like everyone laughs and cries, I just can't do it well." Yeah, that's probably after learning about Yuki's unfortunate demise. Well, you know, life can kind of happen like that, I suppose. It's difficult to repair yourself after a massive traumatic event. Very difficult. Hard to move on, hard to think about anything else, hard to pull yourself out of that dark space, which I think we all go to in some aspect. Maybe not as deep and as dark as, you know, everybody, but we all kind of go there from time to time, and certainly a traumatic experience really does it. Really does a number on your brain. And yeah, honestly, the biggest way to get over things and to kind of pull yourself out of it is other people. Literally. I was going to say older looking messaging apps. Yeah, absolutely. Like WhatsApp, I think kind of has a vibe like that. Remember my sister's MySpace looking similar? Now I cannot see. Yeah, exactly. I think I did that a couple of times where I had the background and then I had the transparent text background. And it was just so hard to read. So difficult to read. Not thinking about it, you know, at a younger age. Now I look at that and I go, oof, terrible decision. I think I had MySpace when I was younger, but never used it. I mean, it came out a year I was born, but time I needed socials, I used Facebook, then Insta. Yeah. I had MySpace. I think a friend introduced it to me right when it was starting to pop off in like 2004 or something, or maybe 2003. And I was just like, this is so neat. Like for a lot of us, it was a nice way to learn, like not extensive coding. I mean, certainly you could have delved in that deep and really learned how to code. But for a lot of us, it was looking up code, pasting it in, changing it here and there, trying to, you know, change colors, the background, all that stuff, text, whatnot. Like it was very interesting experience. Now, did it lead to MySpace being so like shockingly like jarring every time you opened a profile? Yes. Like everything looked different. People had music on autoplay. Like it was just, you never knew what to expect, right? But I will say this, it was the most personalized social media that ever has existed. Like the ability to give everybody the chance to edit everything on your page was just beautiful. Never been replicated. I mean, certainly Tumblr has the ability to do that, but it's just, it never grew to the size, I don't think, of MySpace. It was so mainstream. It was a beautiful thing. I absolutely adored MySpace. Came in August 2003. Okay. Yeah, it was some, yeah. I probably did it late 2003, early 2004 maybe. But yeah, I was saddened when it went away, but Facebook was perfect for university life, because right at that point when I first joined it, it was still like you had to have a university email to be able to be on it. So the only people that were on it were either invited high schoolers or actual people at university, which, oh my gosh, hard to describe the amount of pictures of partying and just the most wild stuff. And then they opened it up to everybody, and companies started coming in. Oh, you wouldn't want your employer to see that photo, would you? And all that stuff. And it just ruined it completely. Tumblr and Pinterest with mood boards. But yeah, MySpace was, yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Mafuyu Yama is the ship name. Quote, he held so much sadness in such a small, frail body. If he were ever to love again, I wish I was the one he would come to love. Dang. Well, get a room. There's a slash ship between Ritsuka and Mafuyu from the Given fandom. Ritsuka usually goes to sleep between classes on the top of a stairway, but one day there's another guy already sleeping there, Mafuyu. When Mafuyu wakes up, he looks at Ritsuka and offers him a seat. Mafuyu is carrying a broken guitar with him and asks Ritsuka if he can fix it for him. Ritsuka agrees, and when he's done, he tunes the guitar and plays a tune to test the sound. Mafuyu is amazed by this and asks Ritsuka to teach him how to play like that. Ritsuka wants to decline the request because he has never taught anyone, and tells Mafuyu to go to the light music club instead if he wants to learn, but also tells Mafuyu if he's serious, he can show up to one of his band's practice sessions. They end up going together. Fuyu's greatly impressed by the band's performance and asks if he can come again, but Ritsuka once again tells him to go to the light music club. Starts teaching him one-on-one, gradually get closer, which is also pointed out by the classmates. They think it's odd considering he's not that sociable and completely different from Mafuyu. Interesting. Most popular Given ship, not surprising. People were amazed about Yama and Mafuyu's relationship, as well as how Yama helped Mafuyu to improve his mental state. After an anime adaptation from the manga was announced, many Given fans were happy to see Yama and Mafuyu's love story be animated. Often compared to Cage Hina from Haiku, due to their hair and eye colors being similar. Interesting. Mafuyu, I like your sound. I was trying to give you a little push, but before I realized it, you were the one pulling me up. Ever since you showed up, my sound's been scattered, disconnected, warped. It's just a mess. But I'm having so much fun now, more fun now, than I was when I was playing just the chords I was told to play. Believe in you. I like you. I love you. I mean, in a romantic kind of way. That's such a funny line. Such a funny line to me. This BL I almost said bromance. This BL romance broke a toxic stereotype and set a new standard for the genre. Wait a minute. What's going on here? See what I mean? What's going on here? What's this? What's that? All right, Luke, take it easy. The BL genre is evolving. Given's main couple shows a shift towards healthier and sweeter relationships, moving away from problematic tropes. Given embodies love, patience, empathy. All right, well, tell us about the problematic tropes. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Troublesome to wholesome, transformation of the standard BL romance. Played with themes of tense, non-consensual interactions and appalling age gaps. Oh, series like Junju Romantica and Super Lovers. Some tropes are still seen in current popular series like Dakaichi, but the new trend is for couples to develop healthier and sweeter relationships. How big is the age gap? That's the question. Appalling. How big does an age gap have to be before it's appalling? That's the question. Newer BL anime hits like Classmates and The Stranger by The Shore are prime examples of healthier blueprint. There still are conflicts in this new generation of BL anime and manga. They're just not based on taboo topics anymore. Given's main couple overflows with love, patience, and empathy. As we went over. Based on proper communication, becoming a better person for the other's sake. And they help each other, of course. Come out of dark places, get their passion back, all that stuff. Interesting. Not a lot of examples here. I mean, the only example is tense, non-consensual, and appalling age gaps. The question is, all right, let's look this up. I want to find out how big is that age gap? Like, what are we talking here? Oh boy. Super lovers. Story revolves around Haru, who is tasked with caring for his newly adopted wild younger brother, Ren, during a summer in Canada. Their relationship develops from one of a caretaker and a feral child to a romantic one, with Haru eventually taking Ren to Japan. Oh boy. While visiting his mother in Canada, is introduced to Ren, a young boy recently adopted by his mother. The age gap between Haru, 16 initially, and Ren, 8? 8? Oh, boy. 8? Good grief. Oh, my gosh. Raised concerns about grooming, yeah, and problematic elements within the narrative. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's... Oh, gosh. Well, you know what? I looked into it, and I got my answer. See, 8 years is not a lot, right? I wouldn't call that an appalling age gap. Now, when this one starts with an 8 and not a 1-8, yeah, then we're getting into some weird territory there. Good grief. Question is, no, there is no question. It's just weird. It's just weird. That is definitely problematic. Okay. Well, we got our answer there. All right. Moving on to a less problematic family. The Grimes Family 2.0. Sons and Daughters, it's titled. This is from The Walking Dead, of course. Talking about Rick Grimes and Michonne. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump into this. We've done a few Richonne reactions here recently. It's been kind of fun, honestly. It's been a minute since The Walking Dead was on, the original show. As I mentioned before, I made it through, I think, 5 seasons. And then I kind of floated away from it for some reason. But yeah, it's been kind of interesting to kind of get back into it. You know, time has passed. I'm a little older. Maybe I got more time on my hands or something like that. It's growing on me here slowly again. I don't know what it was, but I think I was just oversaturated with zombie stuff. Like, as soon as this became just a smash hit, all of a sudden you saw a resurgence in zombie games and shows and movies and just everywhere. And then it just got really overplayed. Not to any fault of The Walking Dead, of course, but boy, when Hollywood sees some trend or something big, it's just like, all right, go all in on it.
She and Carl.
Carl.
You're why I'm still here.
And I will hold you tight, like the moon.
I'm gonna keep him safe.
in the arms of the sky.
That's all that matters.
And I will keep
That's good timing. I was looking at the chat. I could ban instantly.
I will build a fire in this house. And I'll build a fire. You fetch the water. And I'll lay the table. And in our hearts,
The ones who lived.
still pray for sons and daughters. And all those evenings out in the garden with red wine. These quiet hours turning to years.
Just wanted to make sure we're on the highest quality.
Thank you. I heard him laughing in there. Almost forgot what that sounded like. No, I can't be his father and his best friend.
And I'll wrap myself around your heart. I'll be the
Think about him every damn day.
of his heart.
But he's still here.
And
In everything we do, I look around and I see him everywhere.
It definitely is not surprising that in a zombie apocalypse, you would cling to other humans. Connection, whatever, romantic, platonic, etc. Like, it makes perfect sense. Like, you're dealing with just the most traumatic, terrifying, just unbelievably... It's got to be just absolutely brutal. Just brutal. And, you know, to deal with that day in and day out has got to just wear on you so bad. So it makes sense that you would cling to any sort of hope you have. And that hope would be in other people.
You fetch the water, and I'll lay the table. And in our hearts,
that's why we have
we still pray for sons and daughters. And all those evenings out in the garden, we red wine. Those quiet hours turning to years.
It's funny how Carl
He told me
just
about the walks we take when I was 3.
continually looks more and more like Daryl.
Make that come back, Dad. And go on those walks with Judith. She'll remember them.
Building a future, just like I said we would.
Building it for who?
But it's all
For Carl.
My sons are gone. But this world is going to be better for my daughter. I watch what you did to protect him. I need to be there for them. Your father and I dug this together. And that day, I made a promise to never bury another child again.
Before Mom died, she told me that I was going to leave this world. I didn't. But you will.
You would have been proud.
What should we really call her?
What do you think?
Judith?
Your brother, too.
Do you think that's a good name?
I think that's a fine name.
I'm starting to forget their voices. I hope you can still hear them.
That is an unfortunate reality. The longer you go without somebody in your life, the more you forget their voice, how they sounded, mannerisms. It is a brutal reality of memory, you know, limitations and all that stuff. Like, it is truly awful. So I can't say this enough. You know, it's something that I've gone through personally. Get as many videos as you possibly can of your loved ones, how they sound, how they laugh, everything. You know, one of the things that I saw on Instagram was amazing. I never thought of it. When you're, you know, around or surrounded by your family or friends or whoever you care about, and they're singing you happy birthday or whatever, and the cake's in front of you, and it's that awkward moment of like, everybody's looking at me. Turn the camera, just hold the camera, and then just scan the people around you so you could watch that back. And if you ever lose anybody, you can see them sing, you can see them smile, you can see them laugh even. Like, it is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So yeah. Wow. That is that's probably one of the greatest storylines when I think about The Walking Dead, is the relationships that were made past the point of the apocalypse, like the zombie apocalypse, when everyone was turning and everything, deep into the show, people finding other people, you know, living for other people, etc. Like, that is where I think this show went incredibly well, which is unfortunate because I stopped watching it prior to that. So I dealt with the full like frontal wave of, all the main characters, not all the main characters, but a lot of main characters dying off. And then it's just missed all the beautiful moments past that. Like, it's just annoying to me. I'm annoyed at myself. But honestly, right now, I kind of wish there was, well, I don't wish it, but the best time to watch a show like this, which is super long, lots of episodes. The episodes aren't short either. It's not 30 minutes. The best time to do that would be, when we were locked down for the pandemic. It gave a lot of people a decent amount of time to watch things they haven't seen before or watch shows that they wanted to rewatch and all that stuff. Like, it was an unfortunate reality, but it was kind of like one of the benefits of it is that it gave you time to do stuff. And I think I would need something like that to be able to dive back into the show. I really do. I don't have the time at this point to watch anything too long, unfortunately. Unfortunate reality of growing up and, doing other things like a full-time job and all that stuff. And I'm looking to add to it. Foreshadowing. It's too much. It's just too much. Link down below in the video description on YouTube for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love, and also check out their channel. They might have other things that might interest you, of course. And if it interests you at all and it hasn't been on the channel before, hey, become a member, request it, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and, for those of you watching live, there is the link to that video. All right, let's pull up some information on The Walking Dead. Specifically, the Grimes family and everything else. The One Who Lives final scene proves the bitter truth of Rick's 14-year Walking Dead story. Rick's exit from The Walking Dead leaves his story incomplete, but his return in The Ones Who Live provide a compelling ending. Provides a happy conclusion for Rick, reuniting him with a changed family after overcoming tough obstacles. I think that's the craziest part, right? You start off with a family, one family, and then you end it with a completely different family. That is crazy. But you would expect, obviously, some changes to go on. After 6 emotional and dramatic episodes, The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, finished in a wholesome fashion. Its final scene revealed a bitter truth about Rick's 14-year story. Since 2010, good God, that's a long time ago, Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes has been the face of The Walking Dead, becoming one of the most iconic TV characters of all time. Despite how popular Lincoln's performance was, Rick Grimes exited The Walking Dead in 2018, which left his story very incomplete. However, this only made fans more excited about Rick's return to the franchise and The Ones Who Live. It's unclear if it'll have a second season. It did give Rick a happy conclusion and offered a potential end to his Walking Dead run. I believe it's over, potentially. Having lost several loved ones and defeated numerous villains, the spin-off's final scene provided Rick with the satisfying ending he deserved. He had to overcome arguably his toughest foe yet. But with Michonne's help, I almost said Richonne, the ship name. He had to overcome arguably his toughest foe yet. With Michonne's help, Rick managed to defeat the CRM and make it home. Although the protagonist finally escaped the CRM and embraced his children, bitter truth to the ending. Number 1. The Ones Who Live ends with Rick reunited with his family, but a different one, which is so wild. Has a new family from the one he started with in The Walking Dead. That beautifully encapsulates just how destructive and brutal that journey has been. Although Rick reunites with his family in The Ones Who Live's ending, it isn't the same family he started the apocalypse with. Rick and Michonne having a family reunion was the sort of feel-good ending that is rare in the Walking Dead universe. Having been traded to the CRM while Michonne was pregnant with RJ, the spin-off's final scene was the first time Rick got to meet his son and see Judith all grown up. Rick reuniting with his family was a long time coming. So technically Judith was his family. So it's not completely different, but it is slightly different. It's also a reminder of how much he lost. The Ones Who Live paralleled Rick's Walking Dead Season 1 story about looking for his family. Season 1 of The Walking Dead starts with Rick searching for Carl and Lori. And while he manages to find his wife and son, neither of them are alive by The Ones Who Live's finale. That's crazy. Crazy. Instead, the spin-off ends with Rick reuniting with Michonne, Judith, and RJ, highlighting the harsh reality of the show and his story. That's amazing. That's a great ending shot right there. Final scene is a powerful definition of, quote, family. Some franchises may overuse the importance of family, but The Ones Who Live powerfully defines exactly what family means in The Walking Dead. All 4 characters being together after all these years completely goes against the odds, but it shows just how much everyone was willing to sacrifice. While RJ may have been too young to understand what was going on, Judith was willing to let Michonne go and search for Rick despite the risk she wouldn't make it home. Likewise, Michonne had to miss years of her children's lives to try and bring Rick back to them. Rick even cut off his own hand, to try and escape the CRM and reunite with Michonne and Judith. When Michonne finally came back into his life, he was still willing to let her leave without him for the benefit of the children. Dang, he had to cut off his own hand. If that was Rick's final ever Walking Dead scene, then it was perfect. Yeah, it's probably over. Boy, what a transformation there. Season 1, Rick. Like, all the way to this. Holy crap. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Looks like a baby face over here. Just young, doesn't know what's happening. Hasn't slaughtered an entire, company of people. This Rick has seen some stuff, done some things. Stuff, Lori. Things. While a second season of the spinoff in a crossover show would be welcome, the ending felt like a conclusion to the story. Provides a full circle moment, as his family reunion in the spinoff felt similar to his season 1 reunion, and given everything Rick's been through, ending the apocalypse almost where he started feels fitting. That's so funny. The Grimes Family 2.0. Lori Grimes, formerly. Boy, that is unbelievable. Judith, daughter of Lori and Shane. That is... Oh, Lori. Daryl called her little ass kicker. Hilarious. Forgot about that. Half-sister to Carl. Product of an affair. Shane was killed by Lori's husband, Rick. Indeed. Lori later died during a C-section performed by Maggie to save Judith's life. Despite not being their biological child, Rick and Michonne adopted Judith as her own. That's wild. I totally forgot that was a child between Shane and Lori during their affair. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, seeing Rick go off on Shane was wild. Wild. That was definitely the highlight of season 1 for me. Was just seeing just how that was like the first glimpse of Rick at Rick level, like 100. Like going from 0 to 100, that was Rick pretty close to 100. And of course that classic meme of John Bernthal's Shane going, let me at him. All right. We're at the final video of the week to kick off your weekend. This is JoongDunk Jealous Moments compilation. So this is going to be a bunch of jealous moments, and I assume over 50% of it's going to be Joong. Just taking a wild guess there. I don't know. I don't know if it will be, but we'll see. Feels like it might be, honestly. All right, go ahead and move this over a little bit. There we go. And let's jump into it. Starting like I'm correct. I love how his reaction is the same. Bye bye.
พอใช้ตัวนี้ครับผมมันจะบอกว่า
You're leaving.
เซรั่มที่เนื้อบางเบามากทำอะไร พูดต่อไปจุ๊บใคร
โอ้ยมันไม่ได้
ทุกคน
ลักษณะเหมือนว่าจะให้ตั้งใจฟังก็มีการถามว่าจุ๊บใครมันไม่ได้อยากให้
This is so funny. It looked like she was going to grab him for like a hot second there. It looked very close. It's like she knew about the rules, but she wanted to ignore them. Oh, here comes security.
Pull up.
It very much gives like, I'll remember that. I'll remember that for next time. I almost thought he was gonna like bite it out of the
Just pretend you cling to your papers.
Yeah, this is playing out exactly how I thought it would, honestly. Attention on me. Attention, please. I exist back here.
A little context if you care to listen. I find myself in a shit position. The man that I love sat me down last night and he told me that it's over. Done decision. I might kill my ex. Not the best idea.
I love the fact that you can just see it eating him up inside visually, like instantly. Like he's not very good at playing it off. It's so funny.
She's crazy, but she's mine. Damn, I lose my mind. She's dancing every night, singing sha-la-la-la-la. Crazy, but she's mine. Damn, I lose my mind. So lovely, they so lovely. Everything we do so lovely.
You need to move. Okay, out of here. That's funny. That's so funny.
เจอเพื่อนๆที่ผมยังไม่เคยรู้จักอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Oh.
เขาไปเจอเพื่อนๆที่เราไม่เคยรู้จัก อันนี้เราน้อยใจหรือว่ายังไง
อันนี้บอกประโยคบอกไงประโยคบอกไงบอกเฉย
บอกหรือฟ้องมาหมี
ไอเราก็เพื่อนเยอะด้วยสิไอเราก็เพื่อนเยอะทีนี้ก็ว้าวุ่นเลยทีนี้ก็ว้าวุ่นเลยเขาถามแล้วเพื่อนคนนี้ใครอ่ะไม่เคยเห็นเลยจริงคนนี้ใครเราก็มีถามไปบ้างเพื่อนคนนี้เธอจะเผลอใจบ้างไหม
เขาว่าตอบว่าอะไร
เขาก็ตอบว่า
อ่ะรักเดียวใจเดียว
That should be me, holding your hand. That should be me, making you laugh. That should be me, this is so
The Spidey sense. The Spidey sense went off. He's like, no. Enough of that. None of that. Oh my gosh. That was definitely more Joong than Dunk, for sure. But it definitely goes both ways. For absolutely. Throw some love on that. Link down below in the video description on YouTube for the original video. Go throw out some love. And also, of course, as always, check out the channel. You might see other things there that interest you. Maybe you want to request him for a stream. You can certainly do so. ToddReacts.com. Let's go ahead and pull up some information put together by Jace about JoongDunk. Here we go. Firstly, as I mixed up the links, here is Joong's Disney princess moment. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. With the squirrel.
Hello.
With the Lady Gaga.
Hello. Hello.
That's funny. The Heart Killers Manila. In sync poses.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's a yes. Is it a yes?
Is it a yes? What?
Okay, but that's not
I'm not ready.
Not Joong completely using his fan service as his own self-service. Joong being the only one to go, no, I don't want to propose. I want to be proposed to. That's funny. That's so funny. Dunk telling the audience he was a Joa. Oh. Jasper in Japan. GMMTV had a big show called Music Con, or Muse Icon, depending on which way you want to go with it. In Japan, July 26th through 27th, so just last week. And whilst at the hotel, the band members went live and, among other things, each called their partner. Here is Joong calling Dunk in his reaction when he realizes there's a live audience. Oh, God.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? Oh, and I. Oh, shit. What's up?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Here is Joong calling Dunk in his react. That's so funny. Out and about. Okay. Get some out and about action here. Got the sunglasses, the shades working. Got the streetwear on. Taking in the town. Joong posted notes he made on Japan trip to Twitter. Here is a translation. The weather is very hot. Nungkin is very cute. He's a little kid. Pijas is super romantic. The fish market is the top one in my heart. Piao is a shopper. Pang Pond is a saver. P. Fluke loves the... I love how this is like bullet point facts that he's collecting. It's like he's a detective or something. P. Fluke loves a guitar as if it's his child. Lego's normal clothes can be used for shows. Good fashion, I guess. Taxi price is something. Just keep walking. Okay, all right. Taxi's a little expensive. Perth is clingier to Nang Ta more than I thought. Oh, that's going to be a future fic. Lawson snacks are delicious. Flash Leica is broken. Oh boy, that's too bad. Hong is pretty. Japan doesn't usually have gyms in hotels. Do not eat salty. What an interesting list. I love how this is listed under news. Whilst out at night with the band and FaceTiming, Jung became concerned about unintentionally intimidating a woman walking alone.
เขาเดินนำหน้าให้ผู้หญิงเขาได้ไหมเขาจะได้แบบไม่รู้สึกไม่ดีขอเดินนำหน้ากันนะ
I've had that thought too. Usually walking around like campus or whatever at night.
คุณต้องเข้าใจนะเขาตอนเดินตอนกลางคืนแล้วแบบมันมีผู้ชาย3 คนเดินตามหลังแบบนี้เลยเขาจะรู้สึกแบบ insecure.
You know what's funny? It's uncomfortable for both. Like if you're somebody who's not that way and you're not going to be a monster, like it's uncomfortable too because you're like, I'm making them uncomfortable, which is now making me uncomfortable. So it's like a weird, everybody's uncomfortable in this situation. So you're just like, I guess I need to walk faster, like pass them. On your left. It's very weird. Jung was praised for his mindfulness and not just by fans. Below our screen caps with auto translate. Clip of a guy speaking in a tone like, should we walk ahead of the girl in front of us? She doesn't feel uneasy with 3 guys walking behind her. I listened and was like, wow, so impressed. Later found out his name is Jung. Found his IG and followed him right away. Really like his attitude. Seems like a small thing, but he cares. Jung replied to this, explaining that he's a big brother and that's why he's so mindful. I grew up with many sisters, so I understand well in this area. Women face many risks from news of rape or physical assault on women that often end without justice. Please take care. On stage in Japan. Back in Thailand, JD update has grown arms and is taller. Really? We got some arms on JD? Oh, no way. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. I wonder if they just learned, listened to fans about that, or they actually just like, all right, let's, this little gnat is flying around. It's just driving me nuts. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. Oh my gosh. So it's got arms now. That's good. Not very mobile arms, the leaves, but it's there. It's like gliding. It's like gliding on the floor. What is happening? Not the song. That is such a funny video. It's all right. Now it can fight back against the other mascots, which is good. JD with Sari, All Boom's new mascot. Okay, everybody's getting a new mascot. Come on, use those new arms. Give them a left, give them a right. After some indecision, JoongDunk seem to agree on their child's gender now. JD with Papa and Daddy. Oh my gosh. I'm just imagining every time you go out publicly, you have this like mascot with you and it represents you. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. It's like having your own theme song. That's so funny. Sticking close to Daddy. Prancing in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Every time you turn around. That's so funny. Chest bumps. Oh my gosh. This post may not be comfortable for some audiences. Log in to make the most of your experience. Really? Really? Chest bumping is uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. I am not saying... Come on now. I'll let him say it. Dunk. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Get them a light. He's having to hold his own spotlight. That's crazy. Mama drama. Oh boy. Oh. That's funny. That's funny. Mascot violence. Ooh. All right. I'm interested. Oh. Dunk out here. Dad helps his kid get revenge. Yeah, exactly. Or mama, if you ask Joong. A few days ago, they had separate events with Joong promoting Grab. Think Uber, but more motorcycles to hop on the back of. Oh, right. I actually just saw a video of somebody who lives in Thailand, and they talked about Grab. And I'm like, I know what that is, thanks to this channel. Also, they have Grab Eats, which is what you think it is. Have you asked, he was asked at one point where Dunk was.
วันนี้ทำไมไม่พาแฟนมาด้วยคะ วันนี้แฟนยังไม่ได้แฟนติดงานอ๋อแฟนชื่ออะไรนะคะอะไรนะครับ วันนี้แฟนติดงานครับจริงแต่อาหารน่ากินมากเลยครับ
After his own event, Jung rushed to Dunk's. Dunk was promoting a beauty product called It's Skin, which seems to have been a big deal. Jung arrived with flowers. People losing their minds. Congratulations, bro. Got another angle, I think. That's funny. That is so funny. Footage from their manager's social media. It is a good-looking bouquet. Oh, it literally says congratulations, bro, on it. Oh my gosh. Flower photos and going to dinner after the event. It literally says congratulations, bro. That's so funny. That's amazing. Truly amazing. It's a nice camera. All right. Good looking dinner. Got some Lowry's on the table. Seasoned pepper. Interesting. Oh, some crab claws. Okay. All right. Nice. Oh, no, those are lobster. That is definitely lobster. Nice. Very cool. Literally looking like the new engaged couple. Well, depends on who you ask. Dunk's post. I think the bro agenda is the most romantic thing ever. May this kind of love find me. There you go. Signed a bunch of Polaroids. Very cool. I love how it wasn't even part of the event, but the first photo and the last photo have the bouquet. Not sure when this was, but the boys playing the Post-it game. Oh God, the taste of the sticky tack on Post-its is, I can just imagine it's like licking a stamp. Oh God. That is a heck of a game. This is actually from the party celebrating the airing of the finale of The Heart Killers. Oh. JoongDunk performed Please Hurt Me. Joong later posted about this performance. I gotta pick this for some reason. Is this real?
Wait.
No, this is fake. I was like, what is this? Talent show? They did a talent show? Oh my gosh. All right. That was quite a list. I'm happy to hear that JD got some arms. That's good. That is really good. You know, it helps to defend yourself and whatnot. It seems like those mascots are just constantly beating the crap out of each other. So it should help, I would think, right? All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that so much. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a tremendous, tremendous weekend. If you'd like to request your own videos and guide the stream, you certainly can. ToddReacts.com is how you find it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Twitch channel, all that good stuff, depending on which you would like to do. Check out the merch, summer collection available now, 15% off for members. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. Do something fun, do something interesting. I'm going to be packing using those boxes right there pretty much all weekend, I assume. So yeah, it's going to be a very indoors weekend for me. But I hope you have a good one, and I will see you back here on Wednesday. I do have an extra week of Wednesday, Friday posting, so August 11th will be the first Monday back. So August 11th will be it. All right, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.